Welcome back to Speakflow. Today, I want to talk about something that makes everyone uncomfortable. Betrayal. We all have that one memory. A partner, a friend, or a business associate who looked us in the eye and told us a complete lie, and we believed them. We felt stupid afterwards. We asked ourselves, how did I miss the signs? So my question to you is simple but heavy. Why are we so bad at catching liars? Are we just naturally gullible?
We aren't gullible. We are evolutionarily programmed to be blind. In psychology, we call this the truth bias. Think about it. If our ancestors had to analyze every single grunt or gesture from their tribe members to see if it was a trap, society would have collapsed. We are hardwired to assume people are telling the truth because it's efficient for survival. The problem arises when a predator, a pathological liar, hacks that system. They know you want to believe them, so they weaponize your own trust against you.
That is a terrifying way to put it, weaponizing trust. But surely there are physical signs, right? We've all heard the cliches. If they look up and to the left, they're lying. If they scratch their nose, they're lying. Is there any science behind that, or is it just Hollywood nonsense?
It is mostly Hollywood nonsense. In fact, relying on those old myths is dangerous because it gives you false confidence. Let's take eye contact, for example. The biggest myth is that a liar will look away because of shame. A seasoned liar knows you expect that. So what do? They overcompensate. They will lock eyes with you. They will stare at you uncomfortably long without blinking because they are trying to perform honesty. If someone is staring into your soul while explaining why they were late, that's not connection, that's calculation.
Calculation. I like that word. It implies they are working hard. Does lying physically exhaust them? I've heard about cognitive load. What does that actually look like in a conversation?
Exactly. Cognitive load is the key to everything. Telling the truth is effortless. You just replay a memory. Lying requires heavy lifting. You have to invent a scenario, ensure it fits with past lies, monitor your reaction, and suppress the truth, all simultaneously. Because their brain is so busy, their language starts to glitch. You will notice they stop using contractions. Instead of saying, I didn't do it, they might say, I did not do it. They become weirdly formal. They also tend to repeat your question back to you. If you ask, did you steal the money? They say, did I steal the money? No. That pause, that is their brain buying 3 seconds to download a script.
That's incredible. It's like their computer is buffering. But what about the people who are good at it? The ones who don't buffer? I've met people who can lie with such conviction that I start questioning my own sanity. How do they do that?
Now we are entering the territory of the dark triad, narcissists and psychopaths. For the average person, lying causes stress. Your heart rate goes up, you sweat. But for a psychopath, their heart rate actually drops. They feel calm. But even they have a tell. It's called Duping Delight. It's a micro-expression. When they think they have successfully fooled you, for a split second, you might see a tiny, suppressed smirk. It's a flash of pleasure. They aren't afraid of getting caught. They are getting a thrill out of controlling your reality.
That is chilling. The idea that they are enjoying the deception adds a whole new layer of malice. So if we can't rely on them looking nervous, how do we actually catch them? If you were in an interrogation room or just talking to a cheating partner, what technique would you use?
I would use the cognitive overload technique. Since their brain is already working hard to maintain the lie, I would add more weight until the structure collapses. The best way to do this is to ask them to tell the story in reverse order. Liars rehearse their stories from A to B to C. They have a script. If you ask them, okay, start from the moment you arrived home and work backward to when you left the office, they panic. Their brain can't reconstruct the fake events in reverse because those events never happened. They'll start making mistakes, contradicting themselves, or getting angry.
Anger. That's a common reaction, isn't it? I've noticed that when you press an honest person, they get confused. When you press a liar, they get aggressive.
Precisely. An honest person wants to help you understand the truth. They say, wait, let me check my phone. Let me figure this out. A liar feels the walls closing in. They go on the offensive. They will attack your character. They'll say, I can't believe you don't trust me after everything I've done for you. That is emotional manipulation, designed to make you feel guilty for asking questions. It's a distraction technique. If you ask a question about a fact and they answer with an emotion, that is a massive red flag.
That distinction, fact versus emotion, is so important. I think a lot of us get trapped in the emotion. We feel bad, so we back down. Before we wrap up, I have to ask, is it ever better not to know? Do we sometimes ignore the lies because the truth is too painful to handle?
Absolutely. That is the tragedy of human psychology. We call it willful blindness. Deep down, your intuition usually knows. The subconscious mind picks up on thousands of microsignals that your conscious mind ignores. You get that gut feeling, that knot in your stomach, but the conscious mind says, no, he loves me, or no, she wouldn't do that. We lie to ourselves to preserve the relationship. But here's the hard truth. Your gut is almost never wrong. It's millions of years of evolutionary data speaking to you. If you feel like something is off, it is.
If you feel like something is off, it is. That is a powerful place to leave it. Stop ignoring the gut. Doctor, this has been an eye-opening conversation. It makes you look at every interaction differently. Thank you for decoding the darkness for us.
Thank you for having me. It's a heavy topic, but the truth is the only thing that sets us free.
For everyone listening, take a moment today. Listen to the silence in your conversations. Watch the eyes. And most importantly, trust that feeling in your stomach. This is Speakflow, and we will catch you in the next deep dive.